this question of lying, I don't agree with lying, and I don't think you should applaud it, and I think the newspapers should not applaud it. But aren't we ourselves a little bit responsible for why they do it?
Probably.
Both the press, the media, and the public.
Oh, yes.
Because of the way we jump up and shout when they try to not say something that might be sort of discriminatory or against a certain group or something like that.
Well, you're not. But we were getting on so well, and you're playing the political correctness gone mad card now, aren't you?
No, I
yes,
don't
you
agree
are.
with political correctness. I don't agree with political correctness, and I don't agree with being.
But what do you mean? Give me an example, if you would, then, of something that you feel should have been said but hasn't been said for fear of being accused of.
Well, I've got to be very careful because I might get into a situation. Let's say that there's a statistic that's absolutely clear that a senior politician is tackled with by somebody in the press, and the statistic is black and white there, and it's there, okay?
Right.
But it might create some kind of reaction.
But you need to give me an example.
Well, say that Group A is responsible for 98% of knife crime in Britain, okay? Don't read anything into that.
Well, I think we can all agree that knife crime is a much more prevalent problem among black communities than it is among other communities.
Okay, so you're saying that, but I'm trying not to get so.
But why do you think you can't say that? I just proved to you how easy it is.
Because then a politician immediately gets the backlash.
I don't think they do.
That he's being racist because then he's talking about stop and search. Because you get into that category again.
But they never shut up about stop and search, Ian.
Well, yeah, they don't. But the issues. Okay, let's.
So you're telling me they can't talk about it, and then in the same breath you're telling me they never shut up about it?
Well, I don't.
Priti Patel's already unveiled it. I mean, I love you like a brother, Ian, even though we've only just met.
Well, hang on a second.
All right, maybe not like a brother.
Well, okay, I've heard them say something that implicates either a black community or some community.
Well, there you go. You've heard them say it.
I've seen the people on the street react to it, right?
No, you haven't, though, my friend.
And then look at what Boris said. Now you say, and
you're glossing over my charming and respectful interventions, but what you're saying isn't true.
Well,
there is no shortage of people standing up, and I mean some racists use it to either imply. Well, I haven't finished speaking yet, so you can't agree or disagree. Some racists use it to either imply or in some cases to even insist that being black somehow renders you more prone to violence. We know what their game is. And then more liberal and honest brokers would explain that actually it's poverty and socio-economic issues that see a fermentation of violence. It's more to do with geography than it is to do with ethnicity, and that is also a valid argument. So sometimes, certainly, racists use the statistics you describe to smuggle racism, but the idea that you can't say this stuff in public it's patently not true. I know you are, and I'm talking about Priti Patel. I'm talking about Nigel Farage, I think, is a politician officially speaking, and these people never shut up about the stuff that you're describing. You've fallen for it, my friend.
Well, I watch a lot of news, a lot of stuff, and a lot of...
Well, you say now the thing you think you're not allowed to say, and I swear to you that you won't get into any trouble at all.
If somebody stood up and said that 98% of knife crime is created by, say, the immigrant population.
Well, that wouldn't be true, would it? Because immigrant population means that you've arrived here.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the statistic.
Well, then you've ended up tying yourself in a silly old knot, Ian. Because there's plenty of statistics out there that you can say, but you've just made one up. And then suggested that you somehow wouldn't be allowed to get away with making stuff up. In the context of a conversation in which we're seeking to examine why a Prime Minister is being applauded for making stuff up. I look forward to our next conversation.